Hey guys, I'm going to be talking to you about how I got my GED and what strategies I took. So first, I disenrolled out of high school. I was currently in 11th grade, so since I'm 17, I had to get an underage paper signed by my mom and then by the school I went to, and then I had to give it to the testing administrator. Now after that, I was able to actually schedule my tests. Before I did schedule my tests though, I purchased the GED 2017 book, and it was only $23, yeah. And yeah, so it's really beneficial, and I really recommend you getting it. I didn't take any GED classes because the highest grade level in this book is 10th grade. Like, I knew everything in this book already. And the math part, when I took the test, it was mostly Algebra 1 and Geometry, but it was mostly Geometry more than Algebra 1. Now, I did have a big problem in Geometry, so I had to study that more than the Algebra part. And, yeah, so when I took the test, I was like, oh no, I hope I don't fail. And I didn't fail. I ended up getting a 152, and I was really proud of myself because I only studied for 3 days. And after that, I decided, well, let me take my language arts now. So I studied the language arts portion, and there was just passages and answering questions, just comprehension things. But all in all, the language arts was the hardest test. At least for me it was, because I'm a slow reader and I don't comprehend that well. I have to reread, and the timer that's up there always gets to me because I'm like, oh shoot, I don't have that much time. Like, I have to keep reading and I don't have that much time, so I kind of had to skim through it. And yeah, so if you're really good at reading and comprehending really quickly, then language arts might be easier for you. But for me, on a scale of 1 to 10, it was like a 7.5. The math was probably like a 6. After the language arts, 2 days later, I took the science portion, and I was really good in science anyways, so I didn't really think I'd have a problem with it, and all that was really on the test was like Punnett squares and reading graphs and some stuff you had to know, like finding the mean and stuff, kind of still math into science, but it was a lot easier than math. On a scale of 1 to 10, I'd give it a 4.7. So basically a 5. But yeah, I scored a 162 on that test. And if I didn't say already, for math I got a 152, language arts 153, and then science a 162. And then finally, last but not least, I had social studies left. And I really struggled with social studies in high school, so I wanted to go through it a lot because a lot of words I didn't know. And so I went through it a lot, and I'm like, well, I don't know these words, but it seems like there's just passages I have to read and comprehend, which I was correct, but it's really hard to comprehend with all those big words. So when I took the test, I'm like, what the hell is an executive branch? Like, I'm sorry, I wasn't paying attention in high school. Like, what's a veto? I don't know. So you have to read it in order to kind of comprehend it more. But since I was reading it, I knew what it was because I can kind of comprehend things pretty well. So yeah, I passed with a 151, but I was pretty much expecting that because I'm not good in social studies at all. But yeah, so I passed. Yay! Like, today was my last test and I passed it. I just have to wait for my diploma to come in. And this is what it looks like. So it says, congratulations, you passed the GED test. Check your state website for further instructions on how and when you'll receive your New Mexico high school diploma. New Mexico is the state I live in, by the way. Okay, and then it shows all your test scores. So here's math, language arts, science, and social studies. So I passed all of them on my first try, and I'm really proud of myself for passing because I didn't think I was going to pass it on my first try, like at all. I didn't think I was. But after looking at this test book that I showed you guys, it really helped. It significantly helped, like, so much. And it even says on here, passing score guaranteed or your money back. So if you don't pass, you get your money back. But I guarantee if you study this book, you will pass. Like, don't doubt yourself. Like, I doubted myself, but honestly, after taking this test, it makes me feel so much smarter than I thought I was. So yeah, like January or February, I will actually be going to beauty school, so I'm really excited for that. And yeah, so thank you guys for watching, and if you guys have any questions, feel free to comment down below, and I will answer them for you. Thank you so much.